All right, welcome back to the channel. So let's chop it up about Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko. Their drama keeps going. This time, it is Teofimo Lopez's manager that gives some insight into the negotiations that are taking place, and pretty much Bob Arum is playing hardball, and they believe that he's being disrespectful to the Teofimo Lopez camp in favor of Vasily Lomachenko, and that they're really not trying to negotiate at all. But we'll get into the specifics of that in this video coming up next. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. So, Teofimo Lopez versus Vasily Lomachenko was a fight that is supposed to take place for the 135-pound championship of the WBA, WBO, and the IBF. It's a fight that's supposed to take, I believe it's supposed to take place in October, but there's a lot of questions about whether or not it's going to happen because of the money issues going on in the fight right now. Now, what are the money issues, or what are the issues? Well, Bob Arum made an offer to Vasily Lomachenko and made an offer to Teofimo Lopez. It seems as if there's about $4.7 million or $4.75 million for purses in that fight. And they gave the lion's share of that to Vasily Lomachenko. Specifically, they gave $3.5 million to Vasily Lomachenko and made an offer to Teofimo Lopez for 1.25 million, I do believe what it is. And that would be the 3.5 plus the 1.25 would get you to around 5.7 million, like 5.75 million, something like that. And Teofimo Lopez's manager says that they deserve a bigger cut than that, and he has been trying to talk to Bob Arum, sending him notes, and that Bob Arum's not responding to him. So it seems like Bob Arum gave him an offer, and he said, "Look, I'm not negotiating beyond that. It is what it is. If you're going to take it, you take it. If you don't want to take it, kick rocks, man. We're going to move on, and we will fill it with somebody else." Right now, the conversation for the replacement is around Felix Verdejo, right? Yeah, surprise, surprise. Felix Verdejo will get a shot at Vasily Lomachenko and those three and the two belts that he has, right? Instead of doing what more than likely would be right, which is to replace it with the another three belt championship, which is Devin Haney, who has the WBC belt. Now, obviously, Vasily Lomachenko has a designation from the WBC, which is the WBC Franchise Championship, but still, that's not a championship. So it would seem like Devin Haney would be a great fit. But no, right in the pocket, Bob Arum has Felix Verdejo, and if Teofimo Lopez ain't willing to take the fight, then he ain't willing to take the fight, right? We have Felix Verdejo coming in. It's not as if, they're going to make any more money for the fight. Like, Bob Arum's not going to make any more money or get any bigger, he's not going to get any more money or make more profit if he takes Teofimo Lopez versus Felix Verdejo. In fact, I would suspect that Bob Arum might actually be wanting Teofimo Lopez to turn the fight down, because if they have a set amount of money that they're getting paid for the fight from ESPN, then it makes complete sense to bring in Felix Verdejo instead of Teofimo Lopez, because that means Bob Arum makes more money, right? If you have $5.75 million to pay in purses, and you originally intended to have Vasily get 3.5 and Teofimo Lopez get 1.25. If Teofimo Lopez drops out, that means you got 1 point. You can find somebody that wants to get paid, or you can pay less than 1.25 million. What are the chances that Bob Arum is going to pay Felix Verdejo the same amount of money that he was going to pay Teofimo Lopez? Little to none. So it works out for Bob Arum. So not only would that work out for Bob Arum and Bob Arum's pocketbook, but it also pays off. Make sure I say that clearly. It not only pays off for Bob Arum's pocketbook, which means, where he's pulling in more money or top rank the organization can keep a larger amount of the sanctioning fee or whatever it is, the fee that is being the licensing fee that's being paid by ESPN. He also gets to keep Teofimo Lopez's IBF belt and Vasily Lomachenko. He still gets to keep 2 champions, right? Because if Felix Verdejo, more than likely Felix Verdejo is not going to beat Vasily Lomachenko. So, and I don't think anybody thinks that Felix Verdejo is the level of fighter or the level of talent that Teofimo Lopez is. So it works for Vasily Lomachenko. He gets a lower risk opposition for the same money. Bob Arum gets the same fight. Basically gets a fight that is, Bob Arum gets the same money for a fight that is actually less expensive for him, because Felix Verdejo would probably take $500,000, $600,000 for that fight. He ain't running away from it. He would probably take what he can get because he gets a shot to revive his career and beat Vasily Lomachenko. So any way that this goes, Bob Arum is in kind of like a win-win situation, which is why, I don't think that it is necessarily very, I don't think it's the best thing for Teofimo Lopez to argue about the money. Because what is going to happen to Teofimo Lopez? Teofimo Lopez is going to wind up getting another fight, and that next fight is going to be less than $1.25 million, and you're still going to be in the same situation for the next year and a half, because who knows when the next time you're going to be able to get a fight with Vasily Lomachenko is. What if Vasily Lomachenko retires, right? What if this pandemic goes all the way through the rest of the year and Vasily Lomachenko retires? Who is Teofimo Lopez going to make $1.5 million fighting, right? Unless he's going to fight Devin Haney, or he's going to fight Gervonta Davis. And if you fight Gervonta Davis, you best believe Gervonta Davis is taking the lion's share of that dough too, right? Matter of fact, he might be in a worse position trying to get a fight with Gervonta Davis. You know what I mean? So, all around, it just makes a lot more sense for Teofimo Lopez just to go ahead and take that money. Now, one of the things that Shakur Stevenson said, or the manager for Shakur Stevenson said, was he talked about how, now this is where I think the manager is just could be making a mistake, or he could just be negotiating all the way to the 12th hour, and then when the clock strike midnight and the deal is pulled, he say, all right, we'll take it. But he was just trying to figure out, to see whatever amount extra he can get. So, maybe that's the angle that he's taking, and he's not actually going to advise Teofimo Lopez, to walk away from it. But one of the things that he said in the interview is that he mentioned what Shakur Stevenson had earned for fighting basically a nobody in his last fight. And he said, he got $400,000 purse for fighting nobody, right? So Teofimo Lopez is fighting Vasily Lomachenko, so therefore he deserves more. And my idea for that was, what are you talking about? What do you mean? That is not a very persuasive argument on a negotiation table. It's absolutely not, especially since Bob Arum has the options that I just explained to you, right? But think about it. Shakur Stevenson made $400,000, and Teofimo Lopez is being offered $1.2 million. Last time I checked, 4 times 3 is 12. So Bob Arum is paying Teofimo Lopez 3 times what he paid Shakur Stevenson to fight a nobody. It's not like he's getting offered the same amount of money. He's getting paid 3 times. He's getting paid 3 times as much. So the example that he used with Shakur Stevenson doesn't make any sense. So, again, just to wrap it up, this is just a bad position for Teofimo Lopez. Number one, Teofimo Lopez, if he drops out of the fight, Vasily Lomachenko gets an easier fight. Bob Arum makes more money. Felix Verdejo gets a shot at the championship. Bob Arum also keeps 2 champions instead of combining them and only having 1. So his position Bob Arum and Top Rank's position in the lightweight division doesn't change at all. They still have control of all the belts. And Teofimo Lopez, when are you going to get a fight where you're going to make more money than that? And now note that if you fought for $1.2 million against Vasily Lomachenko and somehow you were able to beat Vasily Lomachenko, then in the next fight that you were going to get the lion's share of the money because you're going to get a rematch with Lomachenko. So you're going to make more money. Also, on the outside chance that you beat Lomachenko and you don't fight Lomachenko next, now you have $1.5 million as what you get paid for championship fights. Also, Teofimo Lopez, the $1.5 million that you're getting, that he's offering you to fight Vasily Lomachenko, is significantly more than he paid Guillermo Rigondeaux to fight Vasily Lomachenko. And Guillermo Rigondeaux had accomplished much more in his career at that point than Teofimo Lopez had. So, I mean, the whole thing doesn't make sense, man. Shut up and take the money, man, and see if you can beat the dude. Otherwise, dog, you're not going to hurt Bob Arum at all by playing the game that you're playing, because you have very little leverage in that regard, because you can't go anywhere else to fight. He can just sit you on a shelf. You know what I mean? And you keep refusing fights. He offered them to you. So, hey, man, you don't even have any cause to try to get out of the contract, because he's not taking care of his end of the deal. I think it's just a bad negotiation on the part of Teofimo Lopez at this point. And it is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll check you out on the next video. Peace.